And then there's things that sometimes you didn't do because there is unconscious fears or old wounds that require healing before you step up to the plate to do that very thing. And so if you haven't done it, the question is why, instead of beating yourself up over it. Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited you are here. Do you ever worry about time? Or maybe you feel like you don't have enough time, or maybe you're stressed about the past or worried about the future. I know I have. Like, my relationship with time has really transformed over time. And this is not something that I take lightly, because I think our relationship with time is the construct of our experiences. And for me, time, I feel like I never have enough time. And so I have to hold on. For me, in the past, I felt like I never had enough time. And so I'd have to give myself permission, because I was too worried about the future. I would have to give myself permission to be in the present moment. And so today, what we're going to be talking about is 5 spiritual ways to shift your relationship with time. So let's talk about the first way. The first way is to reclaim the present moment. And I know you've heard this, like, be present, right? Get in the moment. What the heck does that actually mean? And how do you do it? So for me, it's slowing down, giving myself permission to slow down, take a deep breath. I will touch my nose, I will touch my body, and I will state my name and the date. This is super helpful because part of my being wants to live in the future, like way in the future. Like, I'm thinking about things and I can spiral, or I might be worried about something that's coming up, or I'm stressed, and it's like, give myself permission to be in the present moment. I can't control what's happened in the past. I can control what happens in the future, the way that I feel about the future in the present moment. And so if I give myself permission to be in the present, I just breathe. I state the date. I get into my body. So it's really important to get out of your head into your heart. And you can do that by physically touching your body, stating your name, stating the date, and just breathing, or having some sort of mindfulness practice. That could be meditation, that could be going for a walk, but getting in the present moment and being in the present moment is very, very helpful. And if you find that you're just worrying and like the thoughts won't stop, give yourself permission to journal whatever it is that you're overly thinking about, so that you can get in the present moment and you can brain dump it onto the pages or onto a recording, so that you can feel better about being in the present moment itself. Number 2 is everything works on divine timing. I will have clients that will reach out to me that are wanting to take the course, but like they just have too much going on, or they're impatient about something that they're really wanting to happen and it's just not happening. And it's because it's not the time. Everything works on divine time. Everything is working for you, not against you. And when we recognize that, and when we recognize that the ego is impatient, or the mind is impatient, because sometimes it can be the mental body, sometimes it can be the ego, you are not running out of time. Everything works on divine time. And so don't get FOMO. Sometimes that can be hard, especially the way our society is set up, but it's really important to sit in your trust within your body, within your soul, that everything will work out just the way it's supposed to. And I love this because I am so grateful that Things don't happen when my impatienceness wants them to happen because I'm not prepared for it. I'm not ready for it. And it is always 10 times better when it happens when I am prepared for it, when I'm ready for it. And divine timing can be looked at as a spiritual transformation as well, because sometimes we have to go through certain challenges in order to be initiated into that next thing or to step into that next level of embodiment. So we have to have that spiritual transformation in order for that to happen. And so we have to be okay with divine timing. It's also important that we don't look at things linearly, because when you're sitting there worrying about, well, I've been doing this for this long, well, it doesn't matter. Like, that's not how spirit looks at things. And spirit is not on time. Spirit is looking at the energetics of your frequency, and have you met the energetic match for that thing that you are trying to manifest? And have you let go of the past that's holding frequency codes within your frequency signature, your energy signature, that keeps these things in motion? And so you got to look at the divine timing. You have to trust and lean into the divine timing. And I do this, I'm being guided to share this, so I'm just going to share this. I love clearing out old time doors. Let me know. Guys, reach out to me, comment on the YouTube video. Would you guys like that? I have this like really cool timeline shift where we shift into divine timing. Let me know. Maybe I'll come up, maybe I'll make that like a special activation for you guys. Let me know. Comment on the YouTube video or reach out to support at the Amy Robeson. Let me know if you'd like to do a divine timing timeline shift where we're working on divine time. I'll do this for myself quite often, not like every day, but like once a year. I usually will shift into divine timing because sometimes the ego gets out of the divine timing, and so I'll just reshift back into it. So if there's any little thing that I'm holding on to that I'm not unaware of, or some unconscious or conscious patterning I'm aware of, like I'll shift back in, because for me, like I'm a madwoman sometimes and I want to do everything and I want to do it now, and then I just don't have enough time. And so there's this shift that has to happen sometimes when I get out of balance, and I love doing that one. So let me know if that's something you want. Number 3 is healing time-based wounds. I should have done that. I should have done that by now. When you add should, that equals a lot of pressure. When you add I should have done this by now, this creates illusion and pressure. The thing is yeah, you could have done it, but you didn't. And sometimes there's many reasons and good reasons why you didn't. And then there's things that sometimes you didn't do because there is unconscious fears or old wounds that require healing before you step up to the plate to do that very thing. And so if you haven't done it, the question is why, instead of beating yourself up over it. The judgment doesn't help. The curiosity and the why always helps. And for me, using the Akashic Records, I'm like, hey, I've been wanting this, but why isn't it happening? Like, what am I subconsciously doing to prevent this from happening? Or what am I consciously or subconsciously doing that's preventing this from happening? Getting curious is always going to be helpful, and healing past wounds and healing your relationship with time can be very, very helpful. But the question always is why instead of I should have. Curiosity over judgment is way easier on the nervous system and way more approachable to getting the answer on why it's not happening and the problem to solve it as well. And so heal. Give yourself permission to heal those wounds, because it is powerful, it's transformational, and it speeds up time because you're folding time, because you're healing those wounds, those patterns, those beliefs, because you are taking the time to do the work. And doing the work is key here when it comes to shifting your relationship with time. Number 4 is creating rituals to bend time. Spiritual practices like meditation, playing in your journal, writing, playing with crystals, playing in the records, doing different spiritual practices creates spaciousness between you and the clock. I often will have clients that will tell me, like, I feel like I was in the records, the Akashic records, for like 5 minutes. It was an hour. And I always tell my students, just if you have to be somewhere by a certain time, make sure you set a timer, just because time just melts away when you are in the flow of things. And for me, when I create rituals, specifically morning rituals, my day is set off with a really specific tone. It's not set with rushing, racing the clock. It's set with deep contemplation, space, breath, embodiment. And it's so beautiful. And when you're doing spiritual practices, you are bending time. And the reason why you're bending time is because you're shifting out of old frequency patterns and into higher frequency and higher levels of consciousness. And so you're bending time. You're going from this timeline that creates this connection with this frequency to a higher level connection with a higher level of frequency. And I'll say that slightly different. When you are constantly worried about making a mistake, that creates a particular frequency that's going to challenge you always making mistakes. It's going to keep bringing mistakes to you to make. Versus when you are in a frequency of everything works on divine time. I am free to make mistakes without guilt and shame, because every mistake I make, I will grow from it. Everything is perfectly imperfect and I love it. And so this is giving you permission to make mistakes and not feel guilty or shame about it, and that everything is perfectly working out no matter what, even if a mistake is made. It's a completely different approach and a completely different feeling, which changes the experience the universe provides to you, which is freaking magical if you think about it. You change your thoughts, you change your reactions, you change timelines, you fold time. You're no longer in this timeline, you're in a much higher level timeline that gets you to your goals much faster without doing as much work, without having as many challenges. And it's really cool if you think about it. Number 5, ask time to be your BFF or your ally. Here's the thing, everything is energy, just like time is. And you can talk to the consciousness of our time, the way our society views time. And you can ask time to be your friend. You can ask time to support you. You can ask time to slow down, to speed up for you. Because sometimes we want things to go slower. Sometimes we want it to go faster. I do this freeze bending technique inside the Akashic Records with time from time to time, pun intended. And I'll talk to the consciousness of time. And when I want things to go slower, maybe I'm working on a project and I want a lot more spaciousness with time, I will ask it to slow down or to freeze for me. And it's amazing how much work I can get done, or the creativity level, because I'm not having this weird pressure from societal norms, and I'm connecting with time in such a way that she is my friend and she is here to support me. She's not here to work against me. And it's such an amazing, cool feeling when you feel like time is your friend versus your enemy, or versus this thing that's just constantly going and you have no connection to it, because you have connection to it. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and time is just a construct that we designed so that we can make things work a little better. But everything is happening all the time. Everything is simultaneously happening. And so we can befriend time. We can live in this world as a human and still bend it and have a beautiful relationship with it. And you can just talk to time. I like to think of time as a her, not a him. Like there's something really beautiful and organic when because masculine energy is more structured and more rigid, where feminine energy is more organic and more spacious and more intuitive. And so I like to think of time as a feminine energy, and I'll just talk to her like, hey, I need some space. Like, help me create some space. Help me, like, be my friend and help me with this today. And it's such a cool thing to see and to witness, because when I forget to do that, I'm like, I gotta get this stuff done. And then when I remember to do it, because that's the thing, is like, I'm human and I'll forget things and I'll forget these tools in my toolbox. And when I remember to do it, it's always really cool to see and to witness the shift in perception and the shift in relationship and the shift in relationship with myself and with time itself as well. Remember, you can shift your relationship with time with a shift into a sacred rhythm with it. You have the ability to expand time, you have the ability to collapse time, and it's such a powerful thing because you are a powerful being, my friend. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please make sure you like and subscribe and share this with a friend, and I will see you soon. Bye.